Okay, hello, hello. I am back. It is, wait, did I say 6? It is the 5th day. It's April 5th. Anyways, I'll change the number later. Whew. Well, that threw me for a loop, but as always, I do these videos completely for myself, and this time around, my brain is telling me I'm tired of talking about the same old thing, which, surprise, surprise, is my anxiety. Well, here's my counter argument to myself, my emotional brain's like, okay, if you're tired of it, why don't you give me something to work with? You're the one who is giving me the anxiety, and then you're also the one to tell me that you're sick of it. What is up with this narrative that is in my brain? It's something really wonky. It's like I'm embarrassed by who I am. Well, here I am stating it out loud anyways. Hmm. Shame hides in darkness, and what I'm feeling, what I'm feeling is just a feeling. I can't control how well my verbal improv skill is. But I can control this. I can control the cursor, and I can control hitting the start button. No matter how nervous I am, that is the one thing that I can control. So I do that. That's it. So now that I've hit the start button, ah, hmm. Well, just like last video, I started out the video very similar, just in this constrictive mental emotional space. And I had a thought and it just flew away. So I'm going to let go of emotional effort because I'm feeling drained. Like I'm feeling this is costing me effort. And it really doesn't have to because I'm talking to myself. So where is the emotional drain coming from? Mm, there are systems in my brain that's trying to monitor myself, that is trying to moderate myself. Another part of my brain is just so pissed off at the other part of my brain. Ah, it's just really exhausted about the constant self monitoring and self inhibition. Anyways, this is exactly what I am right now in this moment. No more, no less. I want to just lay it out all on the table continuously over and over and over. I'm tired of hiding anything. My story is a story of millions and millions of other people. I've been doing these videos for 3+ years, but every time my subconscious gives me a reason for why I should stop. Last time it was because I shifted into teaching mode and then my subconscious freaked out, wasn't sure if what I was supposed to teach or not, and so that was why it freaked out. Hmm. Well, this time around, I'm doing self-coaching every single day because my frame shift. That's why. Shifted. That's why. Okay. This video is completely for myself. I'm talking to myself right now. I'm looking at myself, talking to myself. I'm not looking at any comments from anywhere or anyone. And that's a wave of social anxiety hitting. That's what makes the pause. I don't need to know why. You can shut me down as much as you want, subconscious. I am going to go easy on myself. I'm not going to spend any effort whatsoever fighting it. I'm not going to answer those voices. I'm not going to answer those voices that says do better. I'm doing my literal best right now. Is it embarrassing? Okay. Let's be embarrassing, okay? I spent my entire life hiding. I spent my entire life hiding everything, pretending to be whatever, not scared, not anxious. And I know almost every one of us does the same thing. I think, again, my brain just cut out there. Okay, cool. That's just exactly what it is. I'm using determination, which has a hint of anger. So I'm just pushing straight forward. This is exactly where I am. I'm not going to pretend to be not anxious. I will not stop either. If you will have me try to run away, I will not. I am rather frustrated at myself. So I'm staring myself in the eyes and letting go. I'm very sick and tired of the freeze response. What just popped into my head is the Dune litany against fear. I have a slight modification version of that. I must not fear fear. The fear of fear is the mind killer. The fear of the blah. The fear of fear is the little obliteration. I can't recite it. Modified. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will turn my inner eye to watch its path. I will let it pass over me and through me, and I will turn my inner eye to watch its path. Where fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. So I modified that with I must not fear fear. The fear of fear is the mind killer. And that's why I'm here. To challenge my fear of fear over and over and over. And to remind myself, and this is only the fifth day, April 5th, not the 6th. Okay. This is only the fifth day. This is almost the easy part when I start getting tired. At some point, I will start feeling tired. And I'm going to want to stop. So I'm just going to let go of emotional effort right now and just hang out with me. Okay, so I'm going to self coach myself. And I already did. Right? I hit the start button. And now everything else is bonus. Okay. Whew. Again, another wave of anxiety and embarrassment. I am embarrassed. Am I embarrassed about my embarrassment? I kind of am. I'm embarrassed that I have an embarrassment, but I'm going to broadcast it anyways because it's the hiding that traps me. It is the zero that will trap me infinitely so that I do not grow. Okay. So, yep, this is going to be terrible, subconscious. I appreciate your input. Nobody's going to want to coach from me. Sure. Thank you so much for these thoughts. I love you, subconscious. Keep on coming. Okay, so one of the formats I've developed so far is I will talk about, I will plan the next 24 hours. I'm using the energy of the live videos to commit myself further. And the words feel terrible right now, and I'm just going to keep burning through them. I'm going to say it. Anytime I feel terrible, I'm going to say I feel terrible. If I feel great, I'll say I feel great. I'm not hiding anymore. It's all out there, just giving value away. Free, giving value to myself in an ever circular loop. Why do I need to say these extraneous words? I don't know. My brain is just braining, and words are just wording. Okay, what have I done in the last 24 hours? Well, I visit my grandpa's memorial with my parents, and I set up and I finished clearing out the MetaQuest 3 or whatever version it is. I don't like it. The VR is just mediocre and it starts making me sick after a while, so this is ready to be returned. Okay, little things. Okay, little things. Little victories. There is no time. This one moment is all that ever exists. Come on, anxiety, give me more. Make it worse. Make it harder for me to talk. Mm-hmm. As always, I still have a cough. It feels like there's like this lump that's like right here. A little bit carryover from the cough that I've been having for the last 2 weeks. That is the exact state of my status right now. If I could perform better right now, I would. There's this pressure to be more entertaining. See how absurd my emotions are? I can't be more entertaining. I want to tell my emotions to go screw themselves. It's just like, just be better. Wow, thanks. If this is the best I can be right now, this one moment, the fact that I'm even on video, that I'm live, that I'm broadcasting, this is the best I got. You don't like it? Tough. Talking to my subconscious here. That's tough. Maybe you should get out of the way. Maybe anxiety can just. But if you don't, this is the best I got. Okay. Last time I worked out things I could do. Ooh, built the fence. Let's check the weather again. It's probably good. If the weather is good tomorrow, again, it's at 85% chance of rain. It said that yesterday, and it was not correct at all. Hmm. So, it is trust. It is trust. It is difficult to trust the weather report, so it doesn't matter. Okay. If the weather is good, I can go out and finish building the fence. I can play on my dragon staff. Ooh, I can return the meta quest. Am I still taking a break? My leg. My leg was feeling better, but I'm gonna take maybe another extra day to let it rest, and then maybe slowly ramp up aerobics again. Oh, my jaw's aching from the headset. Alright, that's simply the status of what it is. Why do I state it out loud? Why am I questioning my own ability to. It's just something for me to say. I'm talking to my own emotions here. Why do I have to say everything out loud? Because I have nothing else to say because you have stolen my words. And then you say, oh, I have nothing to say. But you're the one who took all my words away. Yes. You have nothing to say. Ha. You're gonna sound boring. Again, you the one who took all my words away. And then you're gonna tell me I'm boring. Yes. I have no words. That's right. This is the life I live. Being trapped by anxiety. Does it matter how I got here? The fact is that I am here. That's it. And I'm climbing out of a very steep hole. Okay. So what can I do in the next 24 hours? I can build a fence. Let's see. Do, 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 do. I'm starting to feel a little better. Hey, random noises. That's always a good sign when I start being able to have songs. I'm burning through the initial terrible, right? So this is terribleism. There's only so much terrible that is possible before my brain just use it all up. So that's the goal. Okay. So fence. I can build that. I can return. MetaQuest. I can work on the cushion for my dad. Cushion. How do I spell cushion? Chair cushion. 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 C-U-I. C-U. Hi, frustration. Cushion. Were you frustration? Were you gonna beat me up because I misspelled one letter wrong? Emotions are like children. I didn't like that. Frustration. The fact that I simply wrote the wrong letter, you were gonna rise up and smack me? To correct, for me to do it better? That seems like a child programming that was done to me. Impatience. Yeah, that feels like my mom's impatience. Now I'm impatient with my impatience. So let's try something else. Frustration. I love you. I'm sorry for using frustration on you too. That's just a self-fulfilling loop. Let's go easy on ourselves, huh? If I misspell something, I misspell something. We're gonna be very gentle with ourselves. We are going to be very gentle with ourselves. We're going to be really gentle. And we're going to be slow. And we're going to channel Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. And we'll make happy little trees. And it's just going to be good neighbors to myself. Okay? That is the goal. It doesn't matter what we don't want. Let's keep the frame of what we do want. Okay. I'm going to turn on Do Not Disturb. And this will be part of my ritual for live videos. Let's just do that for now. Okay, I have Do Not Disturb on so that anything coming through won't ring the way it disrupted my video last time. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. Getting the hang of a ritual. I have a different headset than the one I use normally. I have Do Not Disturb on, so I have these sequence of steps that support me. Okay. Creating a self-coaching ritual, a self-coaching procedure. Yep, we're going to go easy on ourselves. No effort. If the words do not come, We simply let it not come. Okay. What else? There is one text reply. Rest, fuel, clean, dress, exercise, stretch, and balance. I may take a break on the exercise, stretch, and balance part to give my legs a break, but I still have to do the everyday. Okay, so health, wealth, relationships. 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at the realities, dimensions of our reality. Experiential, meditation training, symbolic. Ooh, yep, which is also right here. Getting acuity set up, website, book, physical organization would kind of be like right here. I want to build a system for physical organization so I can zoom in the way I have for everything else. This is the emotional C. And I'm often trapped and pulled into here, or scrolling Facebook, or maybe playing video games. Okay. Emotional strength training. Doing the stuff that I need to do, routines, daily routine. And I suppose weekly. Just say week. And then a positive, healthy reward, which could be dragon staff time. And then with the free time, I can be building pieces of my empire, my life. Okay, health, mental, emotional, physical, training, improve exercise for each one, and reward, positive reward for each one. A fully embodied spirituality is health on the highest tier. So let's do the spell again. What if one day it suddenly occurred to me, wait, every single word I speak is already poetry. Every movement I make is already dance. Every noise I make is already song. And all that combines moment by moment into a fully embodied spirituality. What is life but a series of moments? And if all these moments, so the flow channel Not too hard, not too easy. Moment by moment awareness. Massive multiplayer on Earth. Right. And taking on a project worthy of my being. For me, that is the second age of enlightenment, the age of emotions. It's going to be win, win, win for me, for my clients, for the world. I need to develop a relative superpower and then exchange it on the open market. So I need to work out my messaging on what I'm actually providing. And then create the systems, books. Okay. Relationships, community. One second. Okay. So community, I want to start doing classes. The Enlightened Mastery Collective, teams, students. Anyways, EMU, Enlightened Mastery University. On the highest tier, relationship, so we're all one. It's all me. I keep forgetting about that until I get to here. Everyone out there is just a different version of me. So I'm working on shifting that perspective. But remember, just because I think that way doesn't mean everyone else thinks that way. So I still need to pay attention to self-defense and community self-defense. Defend my community. And who comes and stays within my life is how well I maintain my boundaries, which includes my yeses and my nos. And all judgment eventually is self-judgment. So I can look at my judgments and see what it says about my shadow self. So that's relationships. I can look outwards to see what my judgments are and then use the cosmic mirror to reflect it back into myself to see what those judgments says about me, because it is never out there. Okay. All right. So starting classes. Oh, right. Taking courses is Improv 103. I should sign up. That's one thing. I want to create books. A book. I want to create a website link. Let's see, link tree. And then I'm going to have website, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So many things. Oh, writing. um, something Substack or something like that. Alright. I can build stuff like the fence. I can return the meta quest. I can build my dad's cushion. I need to text someone back. Do my basic routines. Anything else? Create a physical organization system. Oh, clean my room. Ah, yeah. Okay. Do I have a solid list of things I can do? Otherwise, I will sit there doing nothing and scrolling Facebook. Okay. So in the morning, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do my morning routine. All right, so I'm doing a mental rehearsal right now. I wake up. Before I even do anything, I take my shaver and I do a quick little shave. Quickest thing I can do for my appearance. And then I either do protein and vitamins or I do a stretch on my neck while in bed. Okay, so quick stretch. I make my bed. I get out of bed. Um, Hair, nails, anything I need to clean. Okay, put on clothes. Now I'm ready for the day. I can either go straight to Costco to return this. Rest fuel. Fuel clean dress. Yep. Okay. Done. Then I could go and build the fence. That's one of the main things I need to do. I do want to clean my room, but it's one of the tasks that I keep putting off, which may be a reason I should start with that. But no, I want to finish the fence and return the meta quest. This could wake me up pretty quickly if I'm in the car doing something to actually have a mission that is physical as opposed to writing or something that will get me tripped up. Okay. This is a physical dimension. This is the emotional dimension. And social. Well, I have a plan for tomorrow. Between returning this and building a fence, I will have plenty to do. I can probably get it all done tomorrow. And then Monday would be the last Comedy Improv 101 class. Well, there's refactoring. Where do I put that? All right. Anyways, I love you, emotions. I love your judgments. Why don't I give you a nice big hug? You love me doing that on live video, don't you? Don't you just love me being super soft? No, I'm not gonna be macho. I'm not gonna be manly. I don't need to do any of that. I'm just gonna go easy on myself. Take everything nice and slow. And then we'll plan the next 24 hours and capture the things that we learned from the last 24 hours. Okay. The one that I captured is hello past trauma. So every time I feel a big emotional trigger, this is the truth of that moment. The truth is, it is a trigger of something that has happened in the past. And in that moment, I'm not present. It's nothing about this moment. It's about what happened in a past where I don't even have memory for, but my emotions do. So this is the literal line I say. Hello, past trauma. I love you. And then I go into shadow, search, and rescue. I like to think of my shadow. It's like an animal that's trapped, like with their leg caught in a trap. It's been stuck there for a very long time, and it's in a tremendous amount of pain. And to that animal, it doesn't know if this person coming is going to rescue it or if it's going to eat it, right? So to an animal, of course it's going to bite, you know? And it's up to the rescuer to wear the proper protective gloves to know that the animal's going to try to bite them because it doesn't know any better and to give it no way for it to hurt the rescuer. That's the job of a professional rescuer, is to not have any way for the wild being to be able to attack and to expect that creature to attack the rescuer because it doesn't understand. And it's also in a tremendous amount of pain. This is the way I deal with shadow and with people lashing out at me, including myself. Like earlier, it was part of me that my frustration lashed out at myself for spelling a word wrong or writing the wrong letter. And I caught it. It's like, hi, Shadow. This doesn't feel like me. This feels like the past, an impatience of one of my caregivers when I made a mistake, and the emotional punishment that they thought was going to help me, but instead traumatized me. So they tried their best, but they did the utterly wrong thing. And now I, as an adult, will reparent that part of me. All right, so I am reparenting my past trauma. I am searching for the parts of me that got trapped, stuck in a trap, and it's in a lot of pain, and I expect it to lash out at me, and I do not lash back out at them. Gentle, 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 gentle. This is who I am. I am a gentle parent to myself. Gentle reparenting, gentle self, gentle self reparenting. And this is what this is, right? This is the um, inner parent, child, adult. The adult is last because the adult has the last say. Do I wear a seatbelt? Yes, I do. Do I brush my teeth? Yes, I do. The child can complain all at once. And the parent's job is to help guide my emotional children and help it mature. Whereas in the past, those emotions have been attacked and punished. I am the new parent to myself now, and I don't need to do that. So, I love you, me. I'm going. I'm going to be really gentle with myself. With myself, I will make many mistakes, and that they're all okay. And I'm going to demonstrate to the world, anybody who may be listening, that their mistakes are also okay, and they're no actual mistakes. It's just learning. It's like a child learning how to walk and stumbling. And previous coding would have had me punish that child. But I'm here now. I don't need to be aggressive towards myself. I don't need to hurry myself. Those were all unintended, in- incorrect. Anyways, I'm just going to do it this way now. I'm going to gently self-reparent myself. That is maturity. Talking to myself here. All the versions of me, all the way up, all the way down. Okay? Gentleness is maturity, is power. Right? Ego? You hear me? Gentleness is power. Softness is power. Patience is power. Got that? What are we going to do? Be very gentle with myself. Be very slow, gentle, loving. Okay. And we're going to keep on reinitializing this. This is maturity. Being aggressive is not maturity, it is fear. We don't need to do that anymore. We're no longer a child. Okay. So yes, that is one of the biggest thing that I captured. And what else? Let me check my notes. Ooh, so I found the spell for forgiveness. And here it is. Forgiveness is a lesson of what not to do and the oath of never doing that to another. Forgiveness is accepting that what happened to me was a lesson in what not to do and the oath of never doing that to another. If I don't like that, then I should never do that. That's it. I don't need to hold a grudge because it's never going to happen again. That's just silly. I now know what it looks like. I don't need to retaliate. Again, that is immature. That is not strength. Strength means I'm already not going to allow that to happen again. It's done. Like my emotions know it. That's what the anger means. That's why the inability to forgive means never again, right? That's already a given. So forgiveness means I fully accept what happened to me was a lesson in what not to do and the oath of never doing that to another. So, for me being attacked socially, it is a lesson for me of what not to do. I'm feeling into it. All the things that was said, the nasty frames and stories, I'm already not going to do that. That simply wasn't I don't think that way. But this is just another confirmation of no, I will not do that. That's something not to do, and I will not do that to another. Unless they have it coming. Well, if it's egregious enough, I will send out a warning to people. But that's a. Yes, I will not do that. My brain says, unless it is warranted. That's tricky. When I feel attacked, there's a part of my brain that says, do I warn others? Yes. I will know when it's the right time. Right, subconscious? Do we have an agreement? We know when it's the right time for self-defense and community self-defense. Yes. So, in all other cases, we're not going to arbitrarily attack someone. All right. You can keep working through that. And it's my oath to never do that to another. I am not a victim. I do not accuse people of being monsters. People are doing their best. I do not accuse people of being monsters. When we fight monsters, we become monstrous because we project monster onto that person. That is the true horror of the victim, persecutor, rescuer triangle. Anyways, whew, not gonna go too deep into that. Just coming back. The 5 rules. I exist. Everything is now. All is one. One is all. I get what I receive. I receive what I give. And all is change except the 5 rules. Okay. The 5-line phrase. Don't prolong the past. Don't hurry the future. Don't change your innate wakefulness. Don't fear appearances. There's nothing more than that. So time and other people. Let's ask the 5 desires. What does my calendar want? What does my deep intention want? What does the now calling for? What does my human want or need? And what does my shadow side want? Okay. After we review that, Ultra utilization. Yep, I can use everything in my favor. I created the eye of levitation. Let's add that. That's a fun one. Um, this is the eye of levitation. And the words that go along with it are, I love the way you see me. That is the goal. That is the theme. That to see somebody with such loving and eyes that they say, wow, I love the way you see me. Okay, so that's the eye of levitation. Levitation. So whoever you see with those eyes, just feel just uplifted. Actually, I think it's six. Six chakra, third eye. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. What else? Ultra utilization. Universal celebration. Pretty much just celebrate everything. Um, there's a lot more, but I'm just going to pause it there. Dual non-duality. Box of liberation. The eating bullets plant. That's always a fun one. Oh well. Anyways, that's good. It's about an hour. Okay. All right. So this is the 5th day of live self-coaching. Next 24 hours, I'm going to return the meta quest. This, I'm going to build the fence. Oh, right here. Yeah. And that should take up most of my day. Of course, I'm also doing my routines and keeping an eye out for when I fall into the emotional sea and I'm in the trauma shield. And I sign up for Improv 103. In the last 24 hours, I spent time with my parents, visiting my grandparents' grave, and I cleared out the meta quest. I wasn't sure if I wanted to return it, and then I tried it again, and it made me sick, and there just wasn't that much content on there. It feels like it's way too early. It feels like the really early days of uh, video games where the graphics are all blocky. So, yep, let's just return that. I've tried it, tested it, I was hoping it would open up a whole new dimension in my reality. It doesn't really. So let's return that and come back to the main game. All right. That's me self-coaching myself. Let's keep going. All right. I love you all. Mwah. Till next time.